What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about how to use your painful experiences as motivation and to use that as extra drive for you to move forward and to succeed out of spite. How to use like narcissistic abuse, just being betrayed, even disrespected, and just having your life happening to you to where you feel like you didn't deserve it, but it just happened to you out of the blue, or shit just happened to you unexpectedly. Like we all experience like betrayal. It could be like someone stole money from you. It could be people just using you, people being fake towards you, or like just like close ones or loved ones just like betraying you, or them just like really like not like having your best interests at heart, or them projecting their bullshit onto you, right? And now you got to pick up the pieces and clean all that shit up. So let's get to it. So how to do that? So I'm gonna use my life for example. So we're under Mercury retrograde right now, but I'm thinking, and I always mention this in my videos, but I'm always thinking about like my past experiences with like my family members and people who I thought I had a close connection with. And, they betrayed me. They've done a lot of like snake ass shit where like they'll like family members will like lie towards other family members to target me, to go against me. They've laid hands on me, they verbally harmed me and stuff like that. So, and most of them are narcissistic. Either that or they're very unaware, or they're too cowardly to take accountability and to face themselves. So they project instead, and they like to put the blame onto the victim, and they like to hide and gaslight and shit like that. So unfortunately, all of my family members are like that. Some people experience the same thing. Some people experience that with like one family member or certain family members, or maybe even three or two. With me, it's all of them. It's all these motherfuckers. And there are some family members who don't even do that shit, but they choose to believe the story of my other family members lying to me and them spreading these bullshit ass lies. They're not true to target me, and they don't second guess it. They attack full throttle. And when you have people who do shit like that, when the term for it is flying monkeys for family members. What flying monkeys are is like pretty much family members who they don't believe your side of the story. They'll just instantly attack you with no hesitation. Physically, verbally, they'll self-sabotage. But this shit can also happen at the workplace. It can happen to friends, coworkers, etc. So this shit runs deep. A lot of people experience that shit. From a spiritual perspective, people call it spiritual warfare, or like other people call it like spiritual attacks and all this other bullshit, right? So do I believe in this? Yes, I do, because I've seen them. Because I've experienced this shit myself, and how it plays out. It's just something very sinister, something very evil. Now, me experiencing those things, I do feel very angry. I do feel bitter, and there are times where I have cussed these people out. I fought back. I defended myself. I even stole their personal items from them as a form of revenge and retaliation. But now that we're living in different states and stuff like that, I can't visit them to get my revenge. I'm not allowed to move away from my state. I want to cuss them out and I want to fuck them up, but I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So now the universe or God is putting me in a situation to where like I have to actually heal from these wounds and traumas. But what's so annoying is that like it takes so long, because I'm not just healing from this, but from other past shit that's been going on for a fucking decade. You know what I'm saying? So like the healing process is so slow. I remember I was watching Chance Vaughn's video, and he mentioned that like the human body is extremely flawed. And when he said that, he's so fucking right. It's true, because like it takes so long for the human body to recover. Like me, like you see, I don't have cut. You see, like I've cuts my lips. It's nothing serious. I just did some training for my career for like a couple of days outside and shit. But I end up having dry lips, and I'm trying to use chapstick, and I'm trying to water this shit, but it's still dry, and I have cuts all over my lip. It's just shit like that, or like this, and it's petty, but it's just shit like that. With the human body, it takes so long for the human body to heal. This shit's going on for like probably 3 days or so. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, but I'm talking about like when it comes to healing trauma and emotional wounds. It takes the human body an extremely long ass fucking time to heal from that shit. There's like people go to different types of therapy. They go to like chemotherapy, psychotherapy, and other shit that heals the nervous system, and other bullshit that the human offers, right? That the human body offers. So I view the human body as extremely weak. as extremely fragile. And I do believe there are spiritual sides towards the human body and trauma. Just like what Chauncey once said, like he mentioned, like spirit will kind of like purposely throw anxiety and like depression and all this other shit, all these traumatic emotions towards your nervous system, towards your body, just so you can like experience it for a certain amount of time until you learn bullshit as lessons, and then you overcome it. Now I believe in that shit because it's true, because I've experienced that shit a lot. I know a lot of people also experience this shit. It's like one day I'm good, then the next day like I feel anxiety, I have rapid heartbeats and irregular heartbeats and shit like that, and just it's just stupid. It's a fucking mess. So we don't have free will like that. And then you got astrology, these bullshit ass Mercury retrogrades control our nervous system through these energies. Because like a couple fucking days ago, or I think last week, we had like, I think the moon was in Aries, so like we had an eclipse, and I think it was in Aries. And tell me why a lot of people had headaches. I had a fucking headache, and what I've learned is that Aries rules the head. I forgot what Aries symbolizes, but it rules the head. So this is why a lot of people were having headaches, because since it rules the head, it makes sense. Since there's a full moon in Aries, a lot of people were experiencing fucking headaches and they couldn't think straight, and there's high emotions, all this other stupid ass shit, you know. So like these astrological energies, influences, it does influence us to a high degree. You know, people get too excited to learn about astrology, which is good, but like I just view astrology as another form of us not having free will like that. We do have free will, but we don't. When it comes to like trauma, when it comes to our nervous system, all that shit is controlled. All that shit is pre-planned. Our life, everything that happens to us, the shit we've experienced, the people we're forced to be around with, who are fucking annoying, who are disrespectful as fuck, they're placed into our lives purposely. I hate when people say, or these dumbass spiritualists say that like, oh, you attract of who you are, or like people are a reflection of who you are. I disagree with that. People, they're just straight up fucking losers. They're fucking assholes. Because these same people, yes, I have a lot of healing work to do, result of me being forced to be around disrespectful people. But there are times where I've defended myself and I've cussed these people out and I got these people the fuck away from them. So technically, if I could do that, that doesn't mean they're a reflection of me. If I could get these people the fuck out of my life, it still doesn't mean that I'm not going to attract these people. Yes, I'm going to attract these people, obviously, because a lot of people are like that. And since the human body, since part of the human experience is part of going through trauma, experiencing bullshit, overcoming it, healing it, then another cycle of going through bullshit and trauma and healing it. This is why everyone's traumatized. Everyone's going through a healing fucking journey. This is why everyone experiences a lot of dumb shit in this realm, rules by, you know what I'm saying? So like, all this shit is pre-planned. All this shit is scripted. I feel like the reason why how this reality is orchestrated like that is to keep us kind of occupied and busy. Because if you actually look at this realm from a logical standpoint, I'm not saying I'm right, but it's from my own perspective. There's really nothing to do there. It's a waste of time. Like, yes, you can learn things, yes, you can do things, but everything's a waste of time. That's why we're being enslaved by money. That's why, like, when it comes to making money doesn't define how much energy you put in. The same person who could put in energy by winning a fucking lottery, who doesn't have to do jack shit, versus another person who's a fucking construction worker. That person who doesn't have to put in as much energy, who won the lottery, could win like $1 million, $1,000, while a construction worker, he can make barely minimum wage, and same thing for these fast food workers. So money doesn't define how much hard work doesn't define how much money you earn, or money doesn't define how hard you work and success. It really doesn't. This realm is very corrupt. It's very evil. And on top of that, we don't have free will as much when it comes to spirituality. So this shit runs deep. And on top of that, part of the human experience is we're meant to pretty much heal and overcome bullshit, experience bullshit to heal, overcome it. This is why people who make YouTube videos of them breaking generational curses, or them experiencing narcissistic abuse, you look at all their life stories, they're all fucking similar, they're all the same. Why is that? It's because more than likely they're meant to experience that shit. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm just from my own perspective. Some people may say they done bad things in a past life, while other people may say they chose to experience this thing. Whatever it is, without a doubt, it was pre-orchestrated. It's not a coincidence. Because the same people, including myself, we all have the same backstory. We've experienced similar things, and we've seen certain things when it comes to like spiritual warfare, like demonic entities and possession and retardation from these people. You know, so it is what it is. Then you got time speeding up and all the other bullshit. So, but I just that's how I view this reality. So like me So me realizing that I'm not saying I'm right, but me realizing from the fact that everything is pre-orchestrated and pre-planned, we're pretty much meant to go through an unnecessary amount of bullshit and trauma and suffering, and we're meant to overcome it, and then the next cycle continues. And we live in a very corrupt, evil, restricted society in the realm that doesn't make us fucking navigate through this shit in one piece. Me knowing all this shit, including spiritual warfare, and there are demonic entities who are attacking human beings and shit, and knowing that God has the power to eliminate all that shit, but he doesn't do jack shit. People may say free will, and when I say God, if you're watching this, if you don't believe in God, you can revert to as the universe, as your higher self, as his reality, as his realm, whatever it is. Just the fact that a certain energy allows this shit to happen, even though they have the power to eliminate all that shit, I blame them. They're the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I do also believe we do have like corrupt bloodlines that are ruling over the collective with money and shit like that. I also believe there's some type of spiritual corruption that takes place. So me knowing all this, I don't take life personally like this. So when dumb shit like me being around narcissists or just very damaged and traumatized people like that, I don't take them seriously. You know what I'm saying? If anything, if it gets too much, and yeah, I'll defend myself, but I'll just ignore these people, or I won't give them the same energy they're giving me, or I'll just detach from them. Obviously, if they lay their hands on me or it gets too serious, and yeah, I'll defend myself, but I'll just push these people to the side. But it's annoying how like the universe or spirit or your higher self or life could easily put you around like-minded people. It could put you in right situations at the right time, but it won't let you do that. People may say it's because you have to experience certain things to learn lessons, then you'll experience some type of bliss. Some people may say it's karmic energies from your past lives that preventing you from experiencing good things in this lifetime. Whatever the fuck it is, but this shit gets annoying. You put in so much work. Life or God still won't reward you or put you around your ideal situation. Now, people may say it could be your desires, it could be things you want, but you really don't want. Who knows? But what I can say is that like there are certain times where I put in so much work. I've done a lot of things to where I feel like the universe or God kind of didn't have my back at that time. You know what I'm saying? Or in multiple times. People may say I'm bitter. Maybe I am bitter. You know, I do have a lot of resentment, anger towards God or the Creator at times, because I feel like they put me around a lot of like situations that were not in my favor. Like me being around a lot of traumatized and retarded family members who have cognitive dissonance, and they can't really like they lack foresight and they lack self-awareness and shit like that. They're like very animalistic, and they self-sabotage a lot of shit. So me being around a lot of family members like this, you know what I'm saying, is like, what can I do? You know, so I was forced to cut all them off and get the fuck away from them, you know? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But me experiencing all these spiritual warfares and other narcissistic people, not just with family members, but other people that I've been subjected to, that the universe or God wanted me to experience out of some type of bullshit reason. Me knowing this, I can see through life knowing that like everything is pretty much pre-planned based on your soul contract or what you decide to experience. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing this, I use that as I get very angry and I get very pissed off about that. So and me, I don't know, this is hard. This is bullshit. How like, because how life works, I feel like how the universal life works, it really puts you in a situation to like, it can really deeply traumatize you or hurt you in a way where like you can't really explain it to other people, or the way where it really hits you deep. For certain people, it may look different, right? So I feel like I'm in that situation to where the universe or God or my higher self, they put me through a lot of bullshit situations, so it really made me feel some type of way. So me experiencing this and realizing this, I use that as motivation, and I use that spite and bitterness to better my situation, to do the healing work, to make my situation better, and to try to get off my comfort zone, to do the best I can. It's easier said than done, but at least it gives me the extra motivation to not give up, to not quit. So, you know, so one day maybe I do have full control over myself and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's my why. So that's one of the main reasons why I get very like motivated or inspired, or I just refuse to not give up on certain things I want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Because just the amount of bullshit God and the universe put me through, and them not doing shit to help me out, You know, just being around a lot of just retarded, disrespectful ass people. You know, so now what? Now the types of people I fucking hate when it comes to connections and friendships. I can't stand people who will like call you or message you just so they want something that could benefit them, not you. You know what I'm saying? Where people expect you to like have you drive and meet them at a far ass location, at a far ass distance, and they or like if people are asking you for rides and shit like that, they expect you to give them rides, but they don't offer any gas money. Or people are just very inconsiderate. I can't stand inconsiderate people. Again, I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I can tell when someone's like they just don't know any better, or just being like they're just an inconsiderate bastard. You know what I'm saying? I hate people like that. People who take and don't give back. I also hate people who lack awareness and emotional intelligence, to where like if you're engaging with someone, you're trying to talk to them, they always want to fucking talk. They don't ask questions towards you. I hate people like that. You know what I'm saying? So because I've always been around people like that. So I learned to cut these people off, and these same people who call me or text me, I'll just fucking ignore them. You know, people are dumb, and you do have grown adults who do shit like this too. So be careful. A lot of people are takers and users. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't generate self-worth and companionship and energy within themselves. So that's why they like to use other people and shit like that. Usually these people are narcissistic. So that's what I'm learning, is that like most people ain't shit. So like it's got to use your discernment when it comes to connections. It has to be an equal give and take. You know what I'm saying? Because most people are losers. And most people, I hate people who like to project their insecurities and trauma. People who like to try to humiliate you or like humble you and shit like that. They do this shit consciously or unconsciously. I've been around people like that as well. So like these people are just dumb. Usually I just ignore people like that. At times I did have to cuss them out or like defend myself, but usually I just ignore these people like that. I always walk away from them. But there are people like that. People who are like you'll be surprised how petty and how just dumb people are. Like they'll do whatever it takes to get that like 3-second, like they'll do whatever it takes to make themselves feel better for a certain amount of time, just so they could out of your dispense, you know, out of your expense. I mean, a lot of people are like this, so be careful with that. You know. So what helps me, and it's also annoying too, where like you're doing the best you can, you have good intentions, you're just trying to mind your own business and do the right thing, but it sucks when you got like these shitty ass people who would just try to humiliate you or embarrass you or try to like project or try to use and take so much from you, and project towards you, right? They do all that shit when you don't even deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And now that gets me more angry, knowing that like, damn, I didn't do shit. What the fuck I did to deserve this shit? Now I gotta cuss this person now. Now I gotta defend myself, or I gotta walk away from that person. Or I see who this person really are, and I can't fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying? So that shit gets annoying. And at times I do blame God, because, and people in the spiritual community, they may say that, oh, you're attracting this, or you are what you attract. No, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? People are just shitty. You don't have to like, and this reality, and that is a fact. In reality, God allows you to attract what you are. Why would God put you around disrespectful, abusive people to purposely traumatize you just so you can heal from it? So technically, the people you're attracting are shitty because you're traumatized. So technically God kind of planned that out, because God, from part of your life mission is to go through trauma and horrible shit from you were born, right? So if that was the case, and that is the case, so, and since you are what you attract, so since God put you in a situation to make you traumatized, and since you're traumatized, you're vibrating low, that causes you to attract people who are also low vibrational, and they'll project, and they'll highlight, they'll reflect your insecurities and your traumas that you've been holding in based on what God put you through. So technically that's God's fault. So this is why my past videos, and it's not me like playing the victim, it's not me, you know, just deflecting. It's not that. It's more so like when dumbass people, or just me being put into shitty ass situations, when, yes, I do overcome it, yes, I do find ways to not stay in that situation a long time, because I don't want to fucking be in it. And this is why I take life seriously. I don't take life personally. I don't take life personally because I'm worried that like that's not my burden. That's God's burden. That's God's burden for putting me around disrespectful people, abusive ass people, and just stupid ass family members and shit like that. That's God's burden. That's not my fucking burden. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I do work hard to try to get out of that situation, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And I feel like God, the universe, kind of knows this, so this is why they still put me in ridiculous situations. But it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna talk about the importance of following your life mission, doing what you love, and following your heart. Now, this is always important to do a lot of soul searching, to do a lot of reflection, to learn more about yourself. Shadow work is easier said than done because you got to release anger, you got to release crying, sadness, just being done wrong. It just doesn't happen overnight because the human body is weak, so it takes over time, but it's intense. It is important to figure out what you love, to do the things you actually enjoy doing, because it can really help you like get by through life. And when you are experiencing disrespect and bullshit situations, when you're finding something that you enjoy doing, that you love doing, it's gonna combat that feeling of you feeling bitterness or resentment. It's still gonna be there depending on what they've done to you, but it's gonna ease off the energies a lot more. But you could also use narcissistic abuse or being around shitty people as extra motivation for you to get out of your situation and to better yourself, to have more success. You know what I'm saying? People, and I want to talk about externally, but internally, use that. You can also use that motivation to do the healing work, so you won't become the very people that hurt and traumatize you. You know what I'm saying? You doing the healing work, and you overcoming all the pain and bullshit they put you through. That's the real success. That's the real revenge right there. You know what I'm saying? So people may feel like they're being weak, or they feel very like, what's the word? They feel very, what's the word, man? They feel very vulnerable and weak because of them being around shitty people. Make them felt like powerless, but that's not you being powerless. If you're willing to do the healing work and to overcome these emotions, and you just even being aware of that, that's true strength. Not too many people can do. That's true fucking healing work. Healing work takes courage and bravery. A lot of successful people, they're able to get to where they are because they've done a lot of healing work. So if you're able to do the healing work, and that means you have balls and like you fucking like you're a strong as individual. You're not weak. A definition of a weak person is someone who likes to project their insecurities and bullshit onto people, and they don't like to take accountability, and they like to spill all that negativity and their hell towards random people or to close loved ones and shit like that. That's how they burn bridges with people. You know what I'm saying? And they burn bridges with important people, and they like to justify what the things they did. Yeah, it may feel good from them justifying, but it's gonna bite them in the ass in the long run. That's how karma in life works. Not this lifetime, and then the next lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And even then, they might mess with the wrong person, and they might get fucked up for that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. And just try new things. Try to figure out what you like. Pretend money never existed. If money never existed, what are the type of things you would do if money never existed? Try to figure out those things, write a list, and do those things and try it out. You may like it, you may not like it, but always do things, because life is short too, so you might as well do things that you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to live life to where like you're obligated to do certain things you don't want to do out of money. I get it. It's part of living life in this corrupt system, but at the same time, try to fill up your schedule. Try to do things that you enjoy doing the most. It can really change your life, and don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. And don't forget, what's the word? The things you wants you. So the things you really want to attract, they actually want you. So if you feel like you're a good actor, you feel like you have certain talents, if you feel like you're a good musician, artist, stuff like that, an athlete, anything like that, you feel like it doesn't mean it has to be like you fucking good at it. If you just love doing it, then put yourself out there and just show the world your gifts and talents, and that's how you should live life. Focus on things you're really good at and you're great at, and that's how life should be. Live life with no expectations. Declutter from the programming, and you'll be good. Don't let people tell you how you live your life. As long as you're not harming anyone, as long as you're not doing damage, then you're good. You know, just live life how you want to live. Money doesn't have to matter. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, but that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.